You know, a hard time.
Resting against the bosom of the Mississippi River, the Arkansas Delta,
you know, a hard time
is known to kick up its fair share of country road dust and tornado winds alike.
Hard time. Oh boy, don't you know it's worth
Its landscape reaching north to Jonesboro, as far east as West Memphis, extending south to Helena, West Helena, and all the way west to Little Rock, the state capital. Steeped in a vile history of slavery, shacks, and segregation. The economics here as unwavering as the mighty Mississippi itself. With astronomical acres of real estate housing rich, fertile soil. And equally opulent agriculture.
People here do want to work, but if the jobs out here, they don't have transportation to get there at all. And then if they have transportation, they don't have gas money.
However, its tiny towns tell a different story, one of painstaking and long-standing hardship, making it the poorest and most stagnant region in the state.
Many times it's hard to think about enrichment and development when people are just talking about survival.
This in a state with one of the highest minimum wages in the country, $9.25 an hour, up 75 cents from 2018.
Whereby many areas are talking about how do we build in poverty areas, we're talking about how do we live.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours, it will be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure, we will be sure. Oh, glory, 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 oh, glory, glory. Hands to the heavens.
A quick drive across the Delta, and it's pretty hard to miss. Businesses that once were are no longer.
Some have experienced varying levels of education, poverty, opportunity, and all of that comes together in the Delta.
Boarded businesses, closed schools, empty playgrounds, and police departments.
I'm the oldest of 8 and counting.
19-year-old Lamontra Neek Standback from Forest City.
There's Zakaria, Nakaria, Keela, Joshua, Angel, Kingston, Princeton, and my mom's pregnant. So
her very first job was at a local grocery store.
I probably would have kept that job if the store hadn't shut down.
If she seems mature for her age, it's because, well, she is.
I kind of stay here to help take care of my grandma, and I help take care of my mom as well, since she's unemployed. I helped take care of her and the kids. And this is me for graduation.
Her mother, who had her as a teen, she says, did not have much, but did instill the value of education.
Because she had me when she was 15. So, of course, it wasn't going to be easy trying to raise a kid when you are a kid.
This past May, she received an associate's degree from East Arkansas Community College.
I was raised, with the mindset that everything you do, you have to work twice as hard for.
And now she's packing up her belongings to move from her grandmother's house into her new dorm room in a few weeks at the University of Central Arkansas.
I applied for a job at City Hall. I was trying to find ways to pay for college,
where she plans to study criminal justice, and doing so primarily with the help of her second job. First paycheck, how much was it?
It was almost $500. It was like $497. Yeah, it was great.
I tried this on my own, but I'm not quite sure that I did it right. Can you help me?
Stand Back is one of roughly 65 youth ages 16 to 21 from St. Francis, Lee, and Monroe counties who participated in a 6-week program this summer, earning $10 an hour.
A lot of people don't realize that there are a lot of people and families that don't have as much as others. So these children, these youth being able to have the opportunity to earn an income, it meant a lot.
Through the East Arkansas Regional Summer Youth Employment Initiative, announced in early June.
I got lucky and found this opportunity.
Made possible through a $300,000 state workforce development grant.
Well, we want to show them that we're invested in them as young people, and that we want this to work, and that the state said we'll do that for you. So it's not the minimus, but we're going to invest in you because you're important and you mean something to us.
The first of its kind in the state.
Many times you make the biggest impact when you deal with the younger people in that particular sector. And so this 16 to 21 age group is who we focused on because we want to change a culture, a perception that the Delta does not work, does not want to work, and we're not a great place for industry to come and try to develop something. Well, we want to change that from the bottom. We didn't want to start top down, we want to go bottom up.
State Representative Reginald Murdoch, a proud product of the Arkansas Delta. He says getting this groundbreaking initiative funded was crucial for the future of this region and his district.
This is what the governor has spoken about when he's talked about developing workforce in our areas. It's always been a very critical part of Governor Hutchinson's initiatives, and we just fell right into it.
Over 300 young people applied. Program participants were placed in private sector businesses, community organizations, and local government entities.
Mainly has worked on my people skills because I'm kind of a shy guy, and so to be here, you have to kind of talk to people every day.
Pharmacies, hospitals, law enforcement agencies, and circuit court offices, to name a few.
Being here is actually really kind of opened my eyes to more stuff.
Receiving entry-level hands-on work experience.
Interviews or talking to college people, you got to be more formal with your words.
And honing their soft skills.
How that helps us is gets rid of the perception in our area that we don't have a workforce.
Monday through Friday was dedicated to their worksite locations.
You just yell.
And each Friday, like clockwork,
15 seconds!
Professional development here at Forest City Civic Center, which served as the program administrator.
Where you can look and see to where we had these kids receive the career readiness certificate directly from this program. And they can take that career readiness certificate not only and use it in our particular area, which is helpful, but also shows that they have the skills to succeed in jobs all across the country.
Do y'all know what nonverbal and verbal communication is?
Guest speakers provided sound counsel on a gamut of topics, from 401ks to nonverbal communication, proper workplace attire, and
someone has walked out from the machine and has not cast their vote.
The importance of voting. To a diverse group of youth from various backgrounds.
And I feel like it's important for us to be able to give second chances to people who wouldn't ordinarily get them.
Baby, you hurt me.
When I just look at the Delta, I look at opportunity.
And I know that I hurt you. We both promised.
You have an opportunity to work with great people. You have limited resources.
We let our love get lost in the rain. Now we are waiting.
But you do have resources in the Delta to where if we come together and work together, we can make the best use of those resources.
Holding on.
This is her and me when I was little.
For Stanback, who plans to become a prosecutor,
a logician, there are people that focus more on logic rather than emotion. I think I'd make a great lawyer, so to speak.
she says she'll never forget receiving the phone call with the news she'd been accepted into the summer work program.
Coming fresh out of high school, people expect you to just go straight into college with everything kind of handed to you, and that's not necessarily the situation for everyone.
It's a reflective moment, still met with giddy laughter,
When the hurt is over,
knowing it changed the entire trajectory
baby. Lord, may love.
There is a poverty line, and there are people who are struggling just to get by from day to day.
of her young life.
People want to be able to do better in life, and they can only do better when an opportunity is handed to them. Because, you know, it's hard. It's very hard.
When you love somebody